struggled on as to how I was going to start this video, but I wanted to actually show you this beautiful piece that I acquired while I was here in France. What do you think? Hello, Yvette Sojourner here. Listen, if you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. How else is all this goodness going to be spread across the YouTubers and the interweb? This is the place and the space where luxury meets authenticity. Oh my goodness. Where do I begin? I feel like I've started every video that way, but listen to me. We are a week out from flying back home to the US. Hence why I look the way I do today. I wanted to at least have my wash day so that I could relax and pack in peace. Yes, today was a wash day for me. Am I relaxing? Almost there. Packing, I'm beginning to. This video had to come out. I had to get this out to you all. By the time you actually see this, we will be back home in the US. But before we left, something special happened that I wanted to make sure that I share with you before I hopped on that plane. Look what I picked up. Yes, I had to make one last trip to Paris before I hopped on a flight. Of course, I reached out to my essays to let them know that I would be in Paris and that I was winding down my time here. They responded. Let me start off by saying this. I actually went to Paris in order to pick up a Celine sweater. I did not get that sweater. I talked about that sweater this entire trip. I wanted it so badly. On the website, it looked completely different than what it looked like in person. Listen to me. You know how serious I am about my wish list and the things that I pursue, right? The type of shirt I'm looking for is actually a sweater that is more of a white and navy stripe. So more white than navy. When I got to Celine, thank goodness, let me tell you, it was not easy finding this sweater. I saw it on a US website, tried to order it, it did not work. I saw it on the French websites here in Europe, and I tried to order it several times. Hubs even jumped in and tried to order it. It would not work. Come to find out that if you have a French address, but your credit card is from the US, it will not go through. That's what I was told via email. They put me in contact with a local boutique in Paris. First boutique they put me in contact with, they said yes, they had it. They went and checked the size. They had the medium. I wanted to try both the medium and large. Come to find out, they did not have it. So they actually referred me to another boutique. The person at the first boutique sent my information to the second, and they contacted me. And yes, they had it in both a medium and large. So I was very, very excited. Set the appointment, got our train tickets so that we can hop on the train to go to Paris. And sure enough, the other day we hopped on a train first thing in the morning and headed to Celine in Paris. Unfortunately, when I saw, and I have an image of this, when I saw this sweater, I knew immediately it was not the one. It was more of a sand, like tan tone. This must be what's popular right now and not more of the ivory white tone. After trying it on, I knew immediately it wasn't for me. The length was off, it was cropped, and where the seams were on her shoulder, it made it look like I had like shoulder pads on. So it just was not a good fit. I even showed Hubs, and Hubs was like, no. Immediately he was like, no. So unfortunately we had to tell the person. Hubs applauded me. He was like, you know, I'm so proud you were able to say no, you knew exactly what you wanted, and you didn't just go and purchase something for the sake of purchasing it. This is not who I am. I really want to attribute that to age, because I have gone through this throughout my life, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work, and finding my voice and the confidence to tell someone, hey, this isn't for me. After we left Celine, we discussed what to do next, and I had already informed Hubs that I wanted to swing by Hermes to catch up with my essay, just to say my goodbyes. It was significant for me as well to meet with her so that she knows that I'm not just showing up for bags. I mean, I'm not traveling all the way from the US to France every year plus some just to get a bag. That is not the purpose of what I'm doing. I actually am truly interested in Hermes and what they have. And let me tell you, I forgot to mention in my last video while I was in Monte Carlo, there was another lamp that was like the one that I had unboxed before I left France. The one that I got with the Kelly bag, the Kelly Cellier 28 in black box leather, the St. Louis lamp. In Monte Carlo, I know I'm going on a tangent, but you know I like talking to you, and I'm gonna share it while it's fresh on my mind. So while I was in Monte Carlo, they had the small, tiny St. Louis lamps. I'm gonna have to share a picture with you so you see them. I fell in love with them. I reached out to my SA in the US immediately to make sure I can order those when I got back. I mean, they are so adorable. And once again, they are also portable like the bigger St. Louis lamp I have. They actually, I believe, run on battery though, whereas the bigger one you charge. That is something for you to keep in mind. Now that I've mentioned that, because I just remembered it, let's get back to this discussion about the Hermes visit. It's important for me to just be able to show up to say, hey, how are you doing? And what else do you have that's new? Because I was trying to catch what's new in season. When I show up, I'm always in between seasons, which is so beneficial because I get to see the season that is ending and then the newer season that is coming out and being released. So we went ahead and hopped over there. When we got there, she had 2 appointments before us since it was a surprise appointment. So we went ahead and we scheduled something with her. In the meantime, we went and had lunch and had some coffee and just relaxed. It was such a beautiful day in Paris. I mean, so beautiful. The sun was out. The weather was amazing. I was able to wear, and I'll insert a picture, Hermes navy shirt dress. Oh my gosh, I loved it. I loved it. Of course, I wore my hair in its fro state up with the Hermes scarf, which when I walked into the boutique, it's always fun when I wear my hair that way on the streets of Paris. People actually literally stop me to compliment my hair, and I am always just taken aback. So when I was in the boutique before we left to have lunch, I wanted to do around just to see if there was anything that I really wanted for her to set aside before we got back for our appointment. One of the essays just stopped in his tracks. He was helping someone, just stopped and just came up to me, and just beautiful. And I just mercy. After that, we went and got lunch at this fabulous cafe. Oh my goodness. At the front of the cafe, it was completely opened up, and the light was just shining in. The air was just, oh my goodness, the people moving about. You could just people watch all day there. It was fabulous, and a lot of locals were present, which I really appreciate when I find a gym like that to hang out in. After lunch, we headed back to Hermes, and as we entered the store, I got to see one of my favorite essays outside of my own, and she was there, and I just always, every time I see her, I'm just like, oh my goodness, I appreciate you. I am so happy I got to see you this visit. I see her every visit, and this visit I was able to stop her and share because Hubs was able to translate. She was just so sweet. She went ahead and let our essay know we were there, and she came out to greet us. So we had some coffee, some sparkling water, and just relaxed. And she was just having a good time with me. My essay is amazing. She just was like, let's try some things on. She pulled out a whole bunch of stuff, things that I asked for, but then she always pulls out extra, and she's like, just try. It doesn't cost anything to try, right? And I'm just thinking to myself, it does cost something. First, it costs my time, and then it costs my energy. But most importantly, if I love it, it'll cost me financially. So I went ahead and tried on a ton of things. I did not record everything. I did record one piece that was on my wish list that just did not work out. There were other things on my list that I was looking for that I asked for instance, the ivory sweater with the H on the front, like the black one I unboxed a while back. They had that, but they did not have it in my size. There was also some boots. I want some ankle boots with a slight heel. They had those, but they weren't in my size. And that was the gist. Like, I tried on some of the newer collections. So the cardigan, I will insert images of this. The cardigan with all the logo patches on it. I tried that one on, and I think it was in a green. She tried to get me to try on this like blue, this bright blue hoodie. That was a sweater hoodie. I was not interested in that. Yes, the list goes on and on. I tried on so many things. I even tried on a long vest. You know how I said I wanted that ivory long vest, like the black one I got? I went ahead and tried that on. Let me tell you, I fell in love with it, but I ended up finding something better. And I actually, as I always do, I sat down and I considered, what did I want? Because I didn't want both. Let me say that up front. I didn't want both the long vest and what I found, because they were kind of similar. So listen, before I babble on and on, let me get into these unboxings. Okay, first things first, I'm gonna start with the smaller things so we can get them out the way. And this is one of the items that I ended up picking up. Thanks to Hubs reminding me that I need to refill my Chanel perfume. I remembered earlier on in the trip and then completely forgot. So during this last trip to Petty, he reminded me, and I am so appreciative of him for doing that, because I was able to go ahead and pick that up while we were in the area. And that was just great. I mean, I ended up, hold on, so let me show you. Of course, there's samples. Okay, more samples. I get so many. Oh, look at this. Look how cute that is. Ha, isn't that adorable? This, more samples, more samples. Here we are. Here's more samples. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. So many samples, so many samples. I have a lipstick, some foundation. I think that is, oh, okay, Chanel #1. You know this is my favorite. You know this is my favorite. So I'm appreciative of that. But I always travel with my Chanel #1. Here it is. So I was lucky. I was able to find the refills for my Chanel #5 purse perfume. And I have to tell you, I really do appreciate Hubs, because as you can see, I am I'm just getting very, very low. So that goes to show how often I use this while I am out and about. Now, I do have the travel size, because this is the purse size. I do have the travel size as well. I did not bring it this time. This time I just bought this one. But next year I will bring the travel size and this one. But I got 2 of those, so I don't have to worry about it until potentially next year. I don't know. But we all know that I love Chanel #5. So I may need some before next year. Who knows? I always get an extra anyway. That is out of the way. So that was all I picked up from Chanel. The next place we popped over to was Dior. And that is because, show you, look at this cute little pouch they gave me. Look how adorable that is. And there's a little pulley here. Let's open this up and I will show you what I ended up picking up. And of course, there are samples. So I'm going to, so many samples. I'm not complaining. I'm very appreciative that they give me so many samples. Okay, put these aside. And this is what I picked up. My Dior Addict Lip Glow Oil. Yes, I had to pick it up. I have been using mine like crazy since I've got it. And I can say I love this lip oil so much so that I am so tempted to try Hermes's. I haven't gotten there yet, but I'm slowly getting there. I normally get the clear one, but when we went into the boutique, they actually only had one clear one left. So I went ahead and I saw this pink because she asked if I wanted to try something a little different. I was like, okay, yes, I'm open to it. As long as it's not too over the top. I went ahead and tried the pink and it worked out very well. It's not, you know, too much color at all. It's really close to the clear. So I was happy with it. I ended up picking up 2 of these. So that is basically 3. So I picked up 3 Dior lip glosses, and I also had the 2 Chanel purse refills. So that was all I picked up from those 2 locations while I was in the area. Let's move on to what I got from Hermes. This is a good time to mention, I did get the white bags this go round because they had them in stock, and I was very happy with that. So we ended up with 2 small white bags. I'm going to start with the easier of the 2, and this is it. Now, you are going to find out why I did not get the ivory long vest. And let me also mention, as you are all well aware, those who follow me, I typically do not get the orange bag unless it's packaged up and tucked inside of a white bag when I'm roaming around Paris. But also I leave boxes and things of that nature in the shop as well, because it's just unnecessary packaging that I have to do something with while I'm here, and it's much harder than when I'm in the US. I know I can stow it away, but you know, until we start the process of retiring here, boxes are just sitting here, and that's just weird to me. With that being said, I often have the items wrapped up in tissue paper, or they have clear plastic bags. This one we went with the tissue paper. Let's get this open, because listen, I have to pack this up before I go. So I'm so happy I can do this with you. And this is what I picked up. Oh my goodness, how long I have been talking and waiting for this coat. I know. While I was in Monte Carlo, I tried it on again. It was in a smaller size, and I just was like not budging. I was like, I know exactly what size I wear. This is what I want. If you don't have it, it's a no. And of course, I got back to the boutique and they still had it in a 36, which is a size that I have. And remember, I have this already in black, so I knew it would work, especially in the ivory. Let me try this on for you. Now, you know, I had to put something on to fit this jacket. Now, this is the first way you can wear it. Tie it in the back. The second way that she mentioned is tying it in the front, which is a little more, I don't know, but I'll try it for you. I'm assuming you just untie this and just tie it here in the front. The issue I have with this is, first off, I mean, it's so loose looking. The second thing is, are you gonna tie it in a bow, or how exactly? Just leave it like this, I guess? I don't like that too much. Yeah, I don't like that look. The third way you can tie it is one of my favorite ways, and this is how I actually wear my black jacket. Voila. This trip to Hermes in Paris, I only got 2 items. I know it was so tempting to get more, especially seeing I tried on so many things, but I will stay true to what was on my list. This particular item has a story, and it's in the box. No, I will tell you right now, it is not a bag. I did not go there for that. And I was not expecting it at all. But this item was a surprise. So, you already know, You already know, if you look at it, you already know what this potentially is. So let's go ahead and there you have it. Espadrilles in the gold like tone. I saw these and I was like, no, because I went in wanting the ankle boots. They did not have the ankle boots in my size. She brought out something else besides these, and I looked at them and they had gold hardware. I said, do you not know me? And she just laughed. She just laughed and was like, I forgot. So she said, I want you to try these on and just see, because they are adorable, and they are. And as soon as I tried these on, Hubs, myself, and my essay were like, okay, this has to happen. So I did pick these up. I do have another pair of espadrilles, but they're slides and they're Chanel. So I am happy to acquire these because I do need summer shoes. I know I am not the best at collecting the items for certain seasons. I just am not. I was happy when she showed me these because it reminded me, okay, yes, I need some summer shoes. I have picked up sneakers, boots. I mean, I have picked up so many things from Hermes, but not summer shoes. I have loafers from Loro Piana. I have loafers from Hermes. I even have the slides from Hermes. They are all leather basically, and this is much nicer and different. So I am happy to pick these up. And look at that. Look at that. I was a little concerned by the ankle strap here, but when I tried it on, it was perfect. It did not get in the way. It was very seamless. I can't wait to wear these when I get back to the US. I cannot. I tried them on with the Hermes navy shirt dress. They were perfect. I was like, why did I not bring my gold Birkin 30? Because they look like they would just go together seamlessly. So I cannot wait to go home and put these together. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you in the US. Until next time.